All right, so once again,
Knight forks.
Knight forks from Ward Farnsworth's Predator at the Chessboard, section 2.1.3.5.
Stop with the points. Just say the page.
Just say that. Well, there's 3 quizzes on that page. Come on, let's see what you got, Jewel. Let's find a
Knight fork.
Knight fork.
Okay, so. Boom!
Okay, so that knight is threatening the queen, and it's threatening that pawn.
Which then, if it attacks, it will go here.
Okay, so that would be a control of tempo after you take that pawn. That's an interesting line, but you don't really... This pawn is protected by the king, so it's not like it's hanging. And,
the queen is protected by the pawn.
well, that doesn't matter because protecting the queen doesn't do you a whole lot of good because black's willing to trade anything for white's queen, any one piece, right?
We lost our queen!
No, we didn't. Here she is.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. Thank God.
So, this knight is threatened by a pawn. So from here, you threaten the queen. The queen takes here and is supported by the pawn. So you just kind of lose that knight with your scenario. So let's back up.
Well...
I don't have the answer yet, by the way. I don't read these answers ahead of time.
Well, if we move here, the queen is still threatening it. But we're attacking the king.
We're attacking the king. What else are you attacking?
I'm also attacking the rook.
All right, so that's the fork. Attacking the king and the rook and a check. And the problem is the queen is attacking the knight. Now, where's the magic that makes that not a problem?
The rook.
Okay. But that's a separate move. Right now we're looking at if we move that knight there right now. And because of that pawn threatening that knight, we almost have to make this move now for it to work. So, you want to take... White wants to take that knight with the queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there something stopping that from happening?
No.
No?
No.
Look harder.
What?
Okay.
The bishop can't do nothing. And the knight can't do nothing.
Your head's blocking a lot of the frame over here. All right. So,
nothing.
This bishop is not protecting the knight.
The pawns and then the other knights aren't doing nothing.
All right. So, what I'm hoping you'll see is a pin.
A pin. Oh, I don't see nothing. Give me the answer.
Give you the answer.
Where?
How about if we think of it as a revealed threat? Your knight was here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you move your knight to here. And that gave another piece more moves because the knight moved out of the way.
Queen?
Your queen. How does the black queen play into this scenario?
Well, I can take the knight, but that's not really anything.
Okay.
But
well, it can't. The knight's protected, so that's a bad plan.
But if we move so it can go forward.
It's white's move. So white wants to take this knight with a queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if she does that, then white is in check, so white can't do it. So white might want to, at this point, take the queen, right?
Right.
But if white takes the queen, it doesn't solve the fact that you're in check right now.
Well, what solved that problem then?
Nothing. That's the beauty of it. Black is winning with this move. So, black moves to here, says check. Can't, and they can't take the knight. So he has to move out of check. So he's got 2 squares he can move to, here or here. Or 3. He can move over there.
Can't he castle?
You cannot castle out of check. That is a good question. I like the way you think of all your options, but that is not an option because when you are in check, you cannot castle out of it. So,
What the hell for white now?
what I think that they're going to want to do is they're going to want to move here, which is going to threaten the knight, put more pressure on it, and it'll connect the rooks, and it'll defend this rook with that rook after the trade. So it's not just a free hanging rook. So that's the move I would make if I was white. Now, you're black. What are we going to do?
Well, we could just move out of it.
Move what out of what?
Well, we couldn't just move our knight.
Okay, so we can move our knight, take the rook, finish that trade. Is that what you're thinking?
No.
Oh, wait. I didn't see this dang rook. King can't move there. King has to move there. Because this rook keeps him from moving to either of those 2 squares.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's white's move. Was a king to there. And now, if we take the rook here, then white can take our queen. The queen that was the same queen that was pinning it is threatened back by the white queen.
That's the problem with queens.
Yeah. So she.
Oh, I know.
What's your move? What's your move?
We move here.
You run back with the knight to here,
Yeah,
undoing our progress,
I know.
and then getting taken by that pawn. Well, the pawn's pinned against the rook, so it's not. That would still be kind of a win, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and it protects our queen.
Okay. Got another option for you. What if we just trade queens?
Why? Why would we do that?
Why would we do that? So trading pieces is even, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no. If I take his queen and then he takes my queen. Now that got the queen out of the way, and we're still threatening the rook. So now we get to pick up the rook at the end. All right. So what I'm saying is that if you trade the queens, it gets the pressure off of the knight so that he can take the rook.
And
Right.
then, never mind.
All right. So I want to see you make the moves. So you're black. So take the white queen. And then white is obviously going to take your queen back. And then you take the rook. And that is the big win of the fork. And soon he's going to be trying to get his king off that rank to attack that knight. But you've got 2 different spaces you can run to. This is a solid position.
Oh, I just got a great idea.
What's your great idea?
Okay, you move.
Like I'm white and it's my move because you just took my rook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Move. Any move.
Any move. I don't think your move's going to be as good as you think it is.
Oh,
I'm
it's
going to
gonna be
move
good.
that pawn up, which is going to let me go there and get my rook freed up. What's your move?
Check.
Yeah, that's not the good move you thought it was, babe. Oh.
No.
All right.
Bloopers.
All right, hit stop on the video.
I am not editing that out if I get the